Hey guys, so before I start this video, I just want to say I filmed the beginning of this video like months ago, and I'm just now getting around to it. But since then, I've accumulated 2 more Book of the Month boxes, and I believe I skipped 1 month, so we'll see what month these are once we open them. But enjoy the book box that I filmed a couple months ago first. Hey guys, it's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we are unboxing the Book of the Month box for July. And you guys probably noticed that you haven't seen the last 2 or 3 months of the Book of the Month box because I skipped those months because nothing really caught my attention until now. So let's unbox this thing. I think I got 3 books because, you know, I just can't get 1 or 2. I need 3, and I'm pretty sure I got 1 Book of the Month book and the other 2 are like add-ons. But yeah, I did end up getting 1 Book of the Month book from the selection, and that is We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang. And I'm not exactly sure, I think it's a girl who comes back to her hometown, I think.
When 29-year-old Sunday Brennan wakes up in Los Angeles hospital bruised and battered after a drunk driving accident, she swallows her pride and goes home to her family in New York. But it's not easy. She deserted them all and her high school sweetheart 5 years ago before with little explanation, and they've got questions. Sunday is determined to rebuild her life back on the East Coast, even if it does mean tiptoeing around resentful brothers and an ex-fiancé. The longer she waits, the longer she stays. However, the more she realizes they need her just as much as she needs them. When a dangerous man from her past brings her family's pub business to a brink of financial ruin, the only way to protect the Brennans is to upend all their secrets. Secrets that have damaged the family for generations. It will threaten everything they know about their lives. In the aftermath, the Brennans are forced to confront painful mistakes and ultimately find a way forward together.
So it sounds interesting. It sounds like kind of a thriller-esque. Yeah, I've never heard of this author. I'm not sure if she's a debut author for Book of the Month or what. To be honest, the cover really didn't like interest me at all. I had to read the synopsis, and I hope there's like a connection with like the 4-leaf clover because that seems to be on the cover a lot. But yeah, and this is 271 pages, so not bad at all. This would be like a easy breezy book. Okay, so next book I got here is an add-on, and oh, I did get that one. Okay, I got this when I picked this when I was looking for books for Pride Month to read for my reading blog, and I saw this book and I wanted to get it, and it was a good price on Book of the Month because, you know, they have good prices on there. And it didn't exactly come in time for that reading vlog, but it's here now and I will still read it, obviously. And that is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. It is an male-male romance, and
When his mother became president of the United States, Alex Claremont Diaz was promptly cast as the American equivalent of a young royal. Handsome, charismatic, genius, his image is pure millennial marketing gold for the White House. There's only one problem. Alex has a beef with an actual prince, Henry across the pond, and when the tabloids get hold of photos involving Alex and Henry altercation, U.S./British relations take a turn for the worse. Heads of family and state and other handlers devise a plan for damage control. Stage a truce between 2 royals. What at first begins as fake, Instagrammable friendship grows deeper and more dangerous than either Alex or Henry could have imagined. Soon Alex finds himself hurtling into a secret romance with a surprisingly unstuffy Henry that could derail the presidential campaign and upend 2 nations. It raises the question, can love save the world after all? Where do we find courage and the power to be the people we are meant to be? How can we learn to let our true colors shine through?
yeah, it sounds so good and like kind of like a soapy opera, like drama romance, so I'm all for it. Okay, so last book I got for Book of the Month book box, which was an add-on, like this one was, is, I'm excited to read this. I think this is a newer book of his, Survive the Night by Riley Sager. Sager? I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah.
John Josh Baxter, the man behind the wheel, is a virtual stranger to Charlie. They met at the campus ride board, each looking to share a long drive home to Ohio. Both have good reasons for wanting to stay away. For Charlie, it's a guilt and grief over the shocking murder of her best friend, who became the third victim of a man known as the campus killer. For Josh, it's to help care for his sick father, or so he says. The longer she sits in the passenger seat, the more Charlie notices there's something suspicious about Josh, from the holes in his story about his father to how he doesn't want her to see inside the trunk. As they travel an empty, twisty highway in the dead of night, an increasingly anxious Charlie begins to think she's sharing a car with the campus killer. Is Josh truly dangerous, or is Charlie's jittery mistrust merely a figment of her movie-fueled imagination? One thing is for certain. Charlie has nowhere to run and no way to call for help. Trapped in a terrifying game of cat and mouse, played out on a pitch-black roads and neon-lit parking lots, Charlie knows the only way to win is to survive the night.
It sounds so good. And this book is 324 pages long. Also, I don't think I told you how many pages red, white, and royal blue is. 418 pages long. Wow, okay, yeah. That's a big book. And of course, we got a book of the month bookmark. So that's it. Okay, so now on to the more recent book of the month book boxes. And I know this one's first. And sorry if you see cattail. Of all the attention I give you, now you want to bother me. Okay, so I'm not sure what month this book box is, so we'll find out together. And sorry if you can see like hairs floating around, it's my cat. Wait, what? Okay, I don't remember, or do I? I'm not sure, but the first thing I'm seeing is The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. Yes. So I think this was September's book box, because it says, like, I don't know if that means like the box it was or the time that it came onto Book of the Month website.
When a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. As a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her into the situation. Convincing Anna, A-N-H, that Olive is dating and well on her way to happily ever after was always going to take more than hand-wavy Jedi mind tricks. Scientists require proof, so, like any self-respecting biologist, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well-known ass, which is why Olive is positively floored when Stanford's reasoning lab tyrant agrees to keep her charade a secret and be her fake boyfriend. And when a big science convention goes haywire, putting Olive's career on the Bunsen burner, Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and even more unyielding six-pack abs. Suddenly, their experiment feels dangerously close to combustion, and Olive discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope.
Sounds so cute, and like, I can see why I got it now. I just didn't recognize the cover. But yes, how many pages is it? 352 pages. The next and last book for this book box book of the month is The Maidens by Alex Michelides. I'm so sorry. Michelides. Okay. So obviously this was the book of the month pick, and this is an add-on.
A spellbinding tale of psychological suspense weaving together Greek mythology, murder, and obsession. Edward Fosca is a murderer. Of this, Mariana is certain. But Fosca is untouchable, a handsome and charismatic Greek tragedy professor at Cambridge University. Fosca is adored by staff and students alike, particularly by the members of a secret society of female students known as the Maidens. Mariana Andros is a brilliant but troubled group therapist who becomes fixated on the Maidens when one member, a friend of Mariana's niece, Zoe, is found murdered in Cambridge. Mariana, who was once herself a student at the university, quickly suspects that behind the idyllic beauty of spires and turrets and beneath the ancient traditions lies something sinister, and she becomes convinced that despite his alibi, Edward Fosca is guilty of the murder. But why would the professor target one of his students? And why does he keep returning to the rites of Persephone, the maiden, and her journey to the underworld? When another body is found, Mariana's obsession with proving Fosca's guilt spirals out of control, threatening to destroy her credibility as well as her closest relationships. But Mariana is determined to stop this killer even if it costs her everything, including her own life.
It sounds so good. Like, I'm excited to read this. And how many pages is this one? 337. The last book of the month box I have here is one that I received like yesterday, I think. It's the October book of the month book box, and I already know what it is, and I'm so excited to get to read this. It sounds so good, and it's on high demand because when I purchased the book of the month for the month, it said that there's a high volume request for this book, so your package might take a while to get to you. And I can see why, because it looks so good and so cute, and it's like in time for the spooky season. And if I can open it. Okay. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, I'm so excited. So cute. Anyways. The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. Oh my god, I'm so excited to read this.
Never mix vodka and witchcraft. 9 years ago, Vivian Jones nursed her broken heart like any young witch would. Vodka, weepy music, bubble baths, and a curse on the horrible boyfriend. Sure, Vivi knows she shouldn't use her magic this way, but with only an orchard hayride scented candle on hand, she isn't worried it will cause him anything more than a bad hair day or two. That is until Rise Penhollow, descendant of the town's ancestors, breaker of hearts, and annoyingly just as gorgeous as he always was, returns to Graves Glen, Georgia. What should be a quick trip to recharge the town's ley lines and make an appearance at the annual fall fair turns disastrously wrong. With one calamity after another striking rise, Vivi realizes her silly little X-Hex may not have been so harmless after all. Suddenly, Graves Glen is under attack from murderous wind-up toys, a pissed-off ghost, and a talking cat with some interesting things to say. Vivi and Rise have to ignore their off-the-charts chemistry to work together to save the town and find a way to break up the cursey force too late.
It's so cute. It sounds so cute. So good. And how many pages is this one? 308 pages. So it's fairly short. It's so stinking cute. I don't think I've read an Erin Sterling book, but her name and face look familiar. I don't know, but oh my gosh. The header of the prologue, I die. I literally die. But yeah, and are you amazed as I am? Hold on, okay. And of course, the bookmark. And then what happened? We don't know, we shall see. So, have you noticed for the Book of the Month box for October, did you notice anything different? I only got one book. And it wasn't an add-on. I actually only got one book, and it was the Book of the Month pick. I'm impressed with myself. We'll see until next month. So these are the books that I just got from the 2 Book of the Month boxes, and the other one from the previous months. I don't remember what those books were. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos by me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.